Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I wanted to talk about that feeling we get every once in a while about it not being fair that we have to fast or do anything to lose weight. And it happens only once in a while, but it does happen that, gosh, I wish I didn't have to fast. Why can't I eat a donut in the middle of the day like they are, or stuff like that? It just happens randomly and it's not an everyday thing, but a way that always helps me if I'm craving something that somebody else might be having right in front of me, or if I'm just craving something in particular, what I always tell myself is I can't have it today, but I can have it tomorrow during my eating window. And if I still want to eat whatever that thing is, I eat it. And most of the time, it's not even as good as I expected. But I do have the option to eat whatever I want during my eating window. So that's a wonderful thing. Another thing is that I always think about that I can eat until I'm satisfied and eat whatever I want until I'm satisfied. Not like other diets where you have to count points, you have to count calories, you have to count whatever or count macros. I don't limit myself to anything, and I still lose weight. So that is one plus to intermittent fasting, that you can have anything you want, but just in your eating window. Intermittent fasting is about not what you eat, but when you eat. And that's very important, because if you stay consistent and you eat just during your eating window when you're supposed to, you will lose weight and you can eat whatever you want, what you're craving that day. Another thing is that we don't have to be eating little small meals 6 times a day and be starving all day long. No, we have one meal, or we have an eating window where we can eat until we're full. We really and truly should never be hungry. I mean, yeah, I'll get a hunger pang every once in a while, but it doesn't last very long. I usually just wait it out 10 to 15 minutes and it's gone. Drink mineral water, drink regular water, and it's usually gone. And usually when I get really, really hungry is usually about 30 minutes before my meal time, because my body's kind of used to, especially during the week, I eat 12 to 1. And yeah, that's when I have a clock hunger. Like I mentioned previously, we don't have to count macros, we don't have to count carbs, we don't have to count fat, we don't have to, well, that is macros, but we don't have to count calories or points or bites or whatever. We just eat whenever our eating window is and stop eating when our window closes. That's it. And another wonderful thing about intermittent fasting is that it's very simple. You eat during a window, you don't eat during a window. It's super simple. And another thing, we know that while we're not eating, we're getting all these wonderful benefits. We're actually rejuvenating ourselves, we're getting stronger, we're losing weight, but not just weight, we're losing fat, pure fat. We're not losing water weight, we're not losing muscle, we're losing pure fat, and that's a wonderful thing. So yeah, I mean, just the simplicity of intermittent fasting makes it unfair for the other folks that are doing other things. I feel like intermittent fasting is super easy, but I do get that feeling of it's not fair. But after I see all the benefits and how I feel and how I'm changing the way I look, I think, oh well. And then I start thinking about how lucky I am that I discovered intermittent fasting. I get to eat what I want, not when I want, but in my eating window. And I don't have to deprive myself of anything unless you want to. And that's completely your choice. But I eat whatever I want whenever my eating window is open. And the funny thing is that after a while you start craving really healthy, less processed foods. So That's a great thing. Another great benefit of intermittent fasting is that your body starts requesting healthier food after a while. So that's a wonderful thing. I hope this video helped remind you how lucky you are that you chose the intermittent fasting way of life, because it truly is more simple than a lot more other ways of lives or diets. So I hope this helps, and let's do the card of the day. Let me get the card. Okay, let's see what the card of today is going to be. Oop, that one fell. Okay, 2 fell, or 3 fell. So let's pick from those, right? Let's see. All right, I trust my inner wisdom and intuition. I trust my inner wisdom and intuition. Trust your inner wisdom and intuition. Know that you made the right choice with intermittent fasting. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to stay consistent and keep doing the work, and eventually time will pay the bill. Bye.